Hi everybody, and welcome to the World of Micah, and welcome to a journey we are going to take. We're going to be traveling back to the year 1971. Now, this special, the grand opening of Walt Disney World, premiered October 29th, 1971, but I figured I'd go ahead and release it on the actual birthday of the grand opening of Walt Disney World, the vacation kingdom of the world, Walt Disney World, October 1st, 1971. We're going to be traveling around Disney's Fort Wilderness Campground, Disney's Contemporary Resort, the Magic Kingdom. We're going to be finding almost every key spot from this television special, starring Julie Andrews, Glen Campbell, Johnathan Winters, and a cast of amazing actors from back in the 70s. You guys are going to get to tag along. If you're new here, click that subscribe button. It's free. It'll keep you updated with my latest video. If you would like to support my channel, down below is a link. It'll take you to my Patreon page. Now, let's take a closer look. Now, the grand opening of Walt Disney World started with a song by singer-songwriter Glen Campbell. The song was "Today Is Mine." Showcased him walking in what you thought was just a random piece of land. Actually, he was walking right next to the monorail beam. Then they cut to a shot of the monorail going right over Mr. Glen, and that's where we meet our host, the lovely Julie Andrews, inside the monorail, heading towards the Magic Kingdom. Now it's time to head inside and find a few key spot filming locations from the grand opening of Walt Disney World. The first shot of Julie Andrews is right here next to the flagpole. She was to the right of the flagpole. The flagpole is the exact same, except they have had it a protective casing with a lock around where the ropes tie, so nobody can let the flagpole down unless you have the authority to do so. It's kind of smart on Disney's part. But Julie was standing right there singing "When You Wish Upon a Star." Julie then walked right over in this area and got on the omnibus. And right here was the first shot of the omnibus with Julie Andrews going right down the middle of Main Street, USA. You can see the Emporium store there and Main Street. Nothing really has changed a whole lot, except I'd say crowd levels. So Julie Andrews went inside the Main Street Cinema here. The overhang has changed just a bit, but she walked right inside this building, and this is where she met up with some Disney friends. As Julie Andrews went inside the Main Street Cinema, they had screens all over the store, just like they still do at Disneyland. The store has changed quite a bit since Julie was there in the 70s. But right here is where the dance number was happening, towards the middle area of Main Street, USA. You can see the Emporium, train station, the flagpole. Everything basically looks the same, but this is where they were having the dance number. Right here in the middle of Main Street. The one thing that has changed is the castle. The castle has had a complete makeover since 1971, but Julie and the dancers were right about here finishing their dance number. And then they had a wide shot, pretty much like this, right here, with Julie and the dancers finishing up their dance number. And Goofy, Pluto, and Pinocchio met up with her right at the very top. And also another magical friend. Here, Julie, Pinocchio, Pluto, and Goofy all marched in. And then right up there was our friend Mickey Mouse, waving goodbye. It was Five-Finger Mickey Mouse. That's what he looked like when this place first opened. Mickey has definitely changed quite a bit. He's gotten some new animation done to him, some new magic. So right across at Small World is where Julie was running through with the kids of the world. She had different kids from all parts of the world holding hands with her, and they were exiting Small World right there. Now that is used as the Fast Pass entrance. And right here was about the shot of Julie. She was singing and dancing through Fantasyland right in front of the carousel, and you can see the castle to the right. They were doing a dance sequence right here at the entrance to Tomorrowland. I just wanted to show you guys how much this area has changed. You can see the spires on both sides. The rockets were here. Nothing was here. I don't even think the People Mover was open yet. Kind of crazy to see how much has changed in 49 years. Another spot that I want to show you guys that'll blow your mind, just to show you how empty this park really was when it first opened, It's right over here at the Teacups. All right, so right here is the Teacups. There was no overhang, and you can see the castle building right through there. That door can be seen. But the Cheshire Cafe was not here yet. And this is what it looked like in the opening special. Kind of crazy. Way different. Right here is where Glen Campbell was standing, playing his guitar. You can see the Cinderella artwork up there has not changed one bit. Glen Campbell was standing right here in between the little hanging mechanism they have that keeps prisoners locked up. In the background there was no Splash Mountain, no Big Thunder Mountain just yet. Kind of crazy to think about. And Glen stepped right here. You can see the entrance to Frontierland, the building back there, right past the Diamond Horseshoe. And he made his way across the street to the Hall of Presidents. So right over here is where this photograph of Glen Campbell was taken. And the way you can tell is because this is where the old Mike Fink killboats used to be. Now a lot of this has changed, but I'm gonna try and match it up as best as I possibly can. Basically he was right here. They had a bunch of barrels set up for him to sit on, but that fence to the right and the building straight ahead completely matches up. There was a Mike Fink killboat to the right of him and to the left of him, but this is where Glen Campbell was sitting, singing his song, Wherefore and Why. One more shot of Glen right over there. This is before they had the overhang canopy for the Haunted Mansion, but you can see the rock wall back there behind Glen Campbell's head. They had a wide shot right here with the Liberty Bell coming around the bend. Glen would have been right here in this area with the barrels. Those have been removed, but this is it. Pretty awesome. Our next stop is going to be right here at the Tomorrowland Speedway, where sportscaster Chick Hearn announced a few race car drivers that are going to be going against Buddy Hackett and Herbie. That's right, the Love Bug was here at the Tomorrowland Speedway with Buddy Hackett. Right here's the shot where they had all the people in the crowd cheering on Herbie and Buddy Hackett. It's pretty cool. They had them sitting right over here. And all the race car drivers were right over there in the middle where it says Victory Circle. And then Herbie was right over here. They had the number 53 car, Herbie, right there, right against that wall. Pretty amazing. The Love Bug was here at Walt Disney World. All right, now we are going to head aboard a boat and head over to Disney's Fort Wilderness Campground, where we are going to be finding the spots that Johnathan Winters and his family chose to go camping at. They had some comedic bits that would tie in with the special. They would cut in and out of Johnathan Winters and his family and then go back to what was happening at the Magic Kingdom with Julie Andrews and Glen Campbell. The Johnathan Winters bits are a little outdated if you listen to the jokes. A lot of wife jokes, a lot of jokes that probably would not fly on a special if Disney aired it today. But it was 1971, and Johnathan Winters and his family, well, the family they had cast to be his family, were over at Fort Wilderness Campground, and that's where we're going to go now. We're going to go find where his family was camping. And we have made it officially to Fort Wilderness. This is the beach at Fort Wilderness where Johnathan Winters portrayed a character named Carl Cracker, as he called himself. There was a tree to the left of him that obviously is no longer here on any side of the beach. I've checked the entire beach, but around in this area is where Johnathan Winters, aka Carl Cracker, was standing and doing a little bit. Kind of a random bit. I don't know why they put that in the, in the special, but hey, this is where it was shot, somewhere around in this area. The cool thing is this is the kind of tree that was out in the water, out in Bay Lake. You wouldn't even recognize it if it didn't turn like it did back in 1971, but I believe this is the old canoe spot. A lot has changed in this area, but I believe this is where this photo was taken. You can see the kids in the canoes coming around the bend there, and you can see how it turns to the right and continues going up. I believe this is where that scene was filmed, which means Johnathan Winters and his family would have been camping right here, and it makes total sense because they pulled right up to this area in the vehicle. We've got to be extremely careful being out here this close to this water, even though it's really low. Still got to be careful when you're out in this kind of area. But this is it. This is where Johnathan Winters and his family, Johnathan and Margaret, his wife, well, that's what they called his wife in the TV special, would have pulled up to one of these campsites right here in this area. They were right next to the canoes because they wanted to promote canoe action down here at Fort Wilderness. And I'm just looking at this, it's blowing my mind right now. It's the same kind of picnic table that's in the shot with Johnathan talking to Margaret. There's no telling which one of these is the one they used. You can't match up any trees or anything. It's all changed in 49 years. But this is it. I believe this is the infamous Johnathan Winters campsite area from the grand opening of Walt Disney World special. I hope I'm correct. Turkeys. Right there. Right as I'm walking. Holy cow. Look at that. Oh my gosh, they're everywhere. Oh my gosh. They're all in the trees. I didn't know they were in the trees. Oh my gosh, they scared me to death. I'm sure I scared them too. That's amazing. Woo. We really are in the wilderness. You know, sometimes when you do these filming locations, there are spots that you really want to, you know, document everything. And then once you film it, you look back and you're like, man, I just traveled a long distance for one little shot. That was one of them, but totally worth it, in my opinion. Totally worth it. The Johnathan Winters spot. Pretty awesome. All right, moving on. Look at that. Pretty crazy. All right, now we are walking to the Contemporary Resort, where we're gonna find where Bob Hope gave his speech, and also another spot where Glen Campbell showed up. Right there is where Glen Campbell and the boat pulled up. He stepped off right on this dock and then stood right here. Pretty crazy. Glen Campbell showed up a lot in this TV special. And now we are walking inside the Contemporary Resort to see where Bob Hope rode in on the monorail and gave a pretty funny speech. And a lot has changed since 1971. None of this was here in the middle. And there was a staircase over here. This is like the best I can match it up. You can see the painting by Mary Blair straight ahead in the shot. And then the staircase came down right over here and went all the way down. And Bob Hope would have gotten off the staircase right over here in this area where the monorail track is. And then they had everything set up right about here. You can see all that behind Bob Hope as he was talking. So I've been doing this for 5 hours today, and I stopped off here at the Contemporary and got myself one of these 1.5 liter waters. I needed this. When you're going on doing these long videos like this, guys, you ever do this kind of stuff, drink water. Don't be stupid like I am and wait till the last minute. Drink plenty of water. It's kind of funny, you think about Walt Disney World opening on October 1st, and then this special came out October 29th, which kind of is funny to me because in the special you don't see a bit of Halloween decorations or anything having to do with Halloween. But this time of year, there's plenty to see with Halloween. Well, you guys, we did it. We did it. Oh my gosh. This took quite some time. All of this is completed and we have done it. Our adventure for today has come to an end. We found some key locations from the filming locations of the grand opening of Walt Disney World that aired October 29th, 1971. I think it's time to say goodbye, but I'll see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode of World of Micah. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please give me a big thumbs up and please share this video to the appropriate social media platforms. See you guys tomorrow. Until then, stay weird. Goodbye.